most of the time, the way we look at someone is already a way to love them.
Which you can actually especially if you're married, you can sense You can sense pag iba ning tingin ng asawa mo.
Alam ni Apple, pag tumingin ako, tapos may balak ako.
Hi, Langga.
This is Jarek.
And this is Apple.
Welcome to the Langga Speaks podcast.
Join our beloved conversations
about God's love and joy. Hello mga Langga, welcome to the Langga Speaks podcast. This is me, Jarek.
And this is Apple, and guess what mga Langga, this is the second time that we're recording this episode, actually 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, we actually recorded this yesterday, but then by some wild chance, it wasn't working. It was gibberish.
Parang nasira yung file, may error yung file.
It was corrupted.
So you know what?
It was weird.
I think it's the first time that we're gonna try recording with a backup.
We did naman before. We used to make sabay both. But it's just that, it kind of fell off the workflow. We got too comfortable.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yun. Wala lang.
So,
share lang namin sa mga iba dan who are interested in that side of this whole process.
So speaking of being comfortable, ganun ka rin ba sa relasyon mo ngayon, Langga?
Are you very, very comfortable even if your relationship is not healthy anymore?
Oh my gosh.
Is your relationship toxic? Welcome to this week's episode with us.
Yes, medyo galing pa sa Sleeping Beauty literal na Sleeping Beauty yung katapat ko ngayon.
Bakit kaya siguro?
Kasi talagang nakakumot pa siya. Para siyang galing sa travel, papuntang...
Maka-travel ka?
Oo, mukha kang galing travel. Yung travel ni Mama Mary papuntang Elizabeth. Papuntang Ain Karim. Diba?
Malamig kasi yung AC kanina.
Ano ba? Sackcloth ba yan?
Over ko. Sackcloth. So
anyway,
comfy nga
before we start our episode, which talks about the toxicity of any relationship, we'd like to give a shout out to Ira, who's an Ilongga. Ira, not sure how it's pronounced, but who's been with us for a year. Shout out sa'yo, like I promised. Thank you so much for being with us always at the Langga Speaks podcast, sharing your stories, listening to us, and conversing with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Eric. God bless you. Thank you for just the love. And for all of you as well who've been with us for a while, we would love to hear from you. The thing about kasi yung mga Langga, medyo tahimik din sila.
Lately, oo. Puro memes mo pinag-share nyo, ha? Sana naman yung natututunan kayo sa podcast na to. But anyhow,
speaking of learning things on this podcast,
sure.
This particular episode, where it's actually taken from a talk that was given by Father Mike Schmitz. He's a priest who serves in
the Bible in a Year priest.
He's the Bible in a Year priest. He's also with Ascension Presents. He also gives a lot of. You should also check out his content on YouTube. He gives him really
and this
good
particular
stuff.
one, we did a talk on this at the feast. So shout out to those who wanted to attend the feast. We have a feast here every single Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wala pang mintes, no?
So kung taga-UAE ka or specifically taga-Dubai ka and you find your Wednesdays free and you just want to be able to, I don't know, maybe meet Jarek face-to-face or just to be able to have an opportunity.
A spiritual community,
yes,
a spiritual
that's right.
family.
To experience something. If you've never tried it before, we would like to invite you to check out Feast St. Mary's Dubai every Wednesday. Please do, if you want to know more details, hit us up on our socials and we'll send you the link. And
for sure.
Yeah, so check it out. So, as we proceed with this particular week's episode, you see, there was a psychologist named Dr. Gottman, and he claimed that if he watches a couple have a discussion on any topic, so by listening to them have this yung conversation for at least 15 minutes, with 90% accuracy, he can determine whether they're headed to divorce or they would succeed in their relationship.
Parang nakakatakot mamito si Dr. Gottman.
Oo.
Kasi parang una matingnan pa lang niya. Siguro makakasalubong ka niya sa mall. Sabihin niya, maghihiwalay kayo.
Judger siya.
Magkakatuluyan kayo. Siguro ganun yung pagka nasa mall siya, nakikita niya yung mga couples.
Relationship judger siya.
Isa siyang echoserong doktor.
Echoserong doktor.
Makikita niya agad, ay, wala to. all for the IG, all for the likes.
So how does he do this? So by listening to the couple, he identifies what he calls the four horsemen of the apocalypse.
Horsemen
Which we will be discussing this episode. And what he says is that these four horsemen are a strong indicator of the health of the relationship.
But of course, as with all difficulties and sicknesses, meron namang remedy dyan. And Dr. Gottman also proposed the remedy, which is called the golden ratio.
Which we will also be discussing a little bit later on.
Pansin mo ba yung binabago ko yung mga title? Napansin mo ba yung binabago ko yung voice ko sa mga title?
Nagpa-practice ka? Teaser.
For every instance of these four horsemen that signify a relationship is failing apart or getting toxic.
Ano daw?
Falling apart.
Wow.
Anyway, these four horsemen of the apocalypse of a relationship, pag nagiging toxic na yung relationship
And
nyo,
this is not necessarily, this is not only
romantic.
This can actually be applied to
Sa
all the
family,
relationships in
sa
our life.
workmates, sa yung BFF, sa yung BF. Ganon.
Ano? Bakit may BFF?
May best friends forever, may best friends, may boyfriend. So, may BFF, may BF.
Okay.
Di ba relation?
Okay.
Hindi lang to applicable sa mga sa mga pet nyo. So, okay? So, ito yung mga four horsemen na to. Ito yung defensiveness, criticism, contempt, and stonewalling. So, ang sinasabi sa golden ratio, which we will say later, the way we contradict this is for every instance, pwede mong kontrahin ito by overflowing with the opposite of it. But before that, of course, discuss muna natin quickly ano ba yung mga four horsemen ito.
Okay, so number one, like you mentioned, is defensiveness. Ano tong defensiveness? Ito yung when you have a conversation and you find yourself always in the position na you would use statements like, yeah, pero ikaw kasi, you're also like that.
Ganon. So, sinasabi mo sa akin na ako lang yung magastos. Bakit? Ikaw rin naman
Or, excuse me, I'm the one who can't explain. Ikaw nga, you're not clear enough when you're trying to say something.
Inaaway mo na agad ako, hindi mo naman pala naiintindihan yung side ko.
Exactly. So, it's a sense na if at the core of it all, someone who is always defensive, parang lumalabas, it's like they are not really that
open
to honest criticism or honest correction.
Yes, exactly. So, meron din dyan tinatawag na passive defensiveness. Ito naman yung sense of always being on guard on a certain person. Sense of, ito yung passive defensiveness, sample nito sa mga magulang natin. Usually, mga magulang, auto-defensive or vice versa yan. Pag may sinabi yung nanay mo, automatic, nasa defense mode ka agad. Hindi naman hindi naman to, tawag dito, hindi ako gumagastos para sa wala, hindi dahil sa hindi ako napagpadala ngayon. It's just that, we have a lot of needs. Though hindi naman siya tinatanong.
Exactly. Ay, grabe okay lang kasi alam mo ba, nakuha ko nga siya na sale Ganon. Or, alam niyo po hindi lang naman ako single, kami yung magkakaibigan. Ganyan.
Hindi naman ako mag-isa nang pumunta doon sa Boracay. Diba? May kasama naman ng iba.
Yung
isa yung girlfriend.
Grabe. Pero yun nga, masisense mo naman sa ibang tao when they find themselves always needing to defend their actions, defend their speech, defend their words, ganon. And usually, what it reveals about that person in the dynamic of the relationship, if there's someone who is always defensive, it could reveal that there is a lack of trust between the two of them.
Kaya ka defensive kasi sa bawat isa sa inyo, sa isa't isa, hindi kompleto yung pagtitiwala nyo. So, yun yun. Number 2 is criticism naman. Ito yung isang horseman naman. Ito naman yung criticism. Minsan iisipin natin, ito lang ba yung panja-judge? Actually, it's somehow like that. Ito ba yung paulit-ulit kang kino-correct or correction? It's different from that. Criticism is more along the lines of drawing a direct correlation between behavior and a person's character. So, minsan kasi inaatake mo na lang yung person, not really the problem.
Exactly.
So, you're trying to put him down, criticizing the very person's character.
So, for example, if someone was late, instead of saying, you were late, you tend to expound upon it by saying things like, "Oh, you're late again na. Ito naman talaga. I can never really rely on you for anything."
Maasahan.
Oh, exactly.
I mean, the behavior is totally different, but you tend to connect everything.
To the character
to
of
the
the
character of the
person. Oo.
person.
The problem with criticism is that it damages the relationship kung nandyan parate. Of course, we cannot dismiss the importance then of helpful or healthy criticism.
Healthful correction.
Oo,
Helpful
or
correction.
positive. Parang, hindi naman sa positive. Or parang healthy criticism because of your intention to want to help the other person become a better version of themselves. But if it's constantly there, and when the malicious intent of destroying the other person's character is also sensed, ibang usapan na yun.
Yeah, napakahirap niyan. So, yun po, mga langga, na yun yung second criticism. Ganyan ba kayo sa relasyon nyo? Diba? And number 3, contempt. So, ano naman yung contempt? Ito yung worst of the 4. Because at the root of contempt is disrespect. So, yung pinanghuhugutan nito is to disrespect the person before you. Mapamahal mo man yan, or someone who's close to you, or a friend, or a family member.
It could be that ultimately you would find yourself looking down upon that other person. Maybe because subconsciously you see that they're not of the same
Wala namang
value.
ambag to sa buhay ko eh.
Exactly. We've seen that in relationships, or maybe one partner is financially yung earning more than the other, or
Totoo yan.
could be na they come from a family who's economically more well off than yours, or yung mga ganon, itong mga these are all just minor, or these are characteristics that are not really that important to the health of your relationship, but you make it so. It has a negative effect on the rest of your life together.
Totoo yan, mga langga. May mga ganyan na yung porket isa lang yung nagtatrabaho. There's a difference na, there's a power play already. That's
Exactly.
also a form of disrespect.
At maririnig mo yun,
in the way that they speak, in the choice of words that they say. That's one of the most important things that needs to be present in any relationship for it to thrive, for it to be healthy, is respect.
Even more than love.
Even more than love, exactly. Kasi, I mean, you can love kasi a person and disrespect them eh.
True.
Diba? Yun ang problema. You can say all you want, I love this person. Pero yung level of respect, nawawala din.
Kasi words of I love you is easy to say, pero makikita mo talaga sa action ng tao if that love is authentic, if that love is real. Kasi in the way how they treat the person in front of their family, in front of others, or even between the both of them, you will see, you will sense, and you will know if the other person that you love is disrespecting you or not, kahit aminin nyo o hindi.
Kaya wag kang papabudol agad-agad lang ka. Kasi pag nagpabudol ka, yung tipong, mahal naman kita pero ganto-ganto ka eh. Disrespectful. Again, even more foundational than love in any relationship is respect. So contempt, ano siya, verbal yan, or even physical indication that I do not respect you. Yung kahit sa body language lang, or sa pagtingin lang, di ba? Yung mata pa lang.
True.
Makikita mo na I do not respect you. Yung talagang sinasabi ng mga mata niya.
True.
So, kung ako sa'yo lang evaluate mo yan. If it's a relationship that you can avoid it. If it's a relationship, paano? Nanay ko, tatay ko, kapatid ko, by blood, love them from a distance. Protect yourself from that. Kasi it's gonna drive you down, affecting all the other people in your life. If you try to focus on that person who's being toxic to you.
Totoo. So that's number 3, contempt. Number 4, ito naman yung stonewalling. Sa totoo lang, mga langga, there have been multiple times na I must confess that I've fallen victim to
my loneliness is killing me now.
Don't you know I still believe? So, yun. Kasi sometimes it could be na yung personality ko kasi, especially when there's a new situation and where there's a situation I have to adjust to adapt to. Medyo mabagal kasi ako on the pick-up in processing it. It really takes a while for me to be able to adjust to certain things.
Mga langga, just to, before that, sorry to cut you off, but basically what happens in your head, correct me if I'm wrong, is when I say something of an urgency to you, something that my Amazon basket needs to be checked out because of a certain promo. What happens in your head is basically may Iron Chef, yun yung priority.
Medj.
Tapos sunod dun yung K-drama.
Medj.
Bago yung concern ko.
Minsan K-drama yung nauuna, tapos Iron Chef afterwards. Pero at least yung Iron Chef, yung effects nun, nag-enjoy ka naman dun, di ba?
Ay, oo naman. I really love the chicken wings that you did. So, maraming salamat. More of it, please.
No?
Yes, I will therefore provide more
Chicken wings.
money to buy chicken wings.
Para magpakahirap ako sa pag-debone niya. Okay.
Kaya susunod kasi, siguro dapat turkey wings.
Grabe. Pinaka-debone mo sa akin yung turkey
At
wings.
least mas malaki. Hindi ka mahihirapan. Kanina sinurgery mo talaga yung...
Oo.
Anyhow.
Nag-enjoy naman din ako. Anyways, going back to stonewalling. Ito nga. So, because of the major segue, what stonewalling is, it's super subtle and often misunderstood. It could be na, ito nga, yung sample, okay, you're coming home from work and you don't want to take the effort or the initiative to be able to
talk to the person.
Integrate yourself, your entire self into the what needs to be done at home. So lumalabas yung poker face mo at nasisense ng partner mo is, bakit ganito? Ang dami kong kinukwento ko sa kanya. I'm
parang wala.
Oo, he's not responding. She's not responding at all.
So yung galing trabaho tulad ko, if I'm stonewalling, there's this sense of I will not respond. I mean, I need my
space.
Relax mode. I need this. So, stonewalling yun. Kasi, pwede ko naman sabihin sa iyo na, Aga, can you give me 10 minutes? I just need to unwind. And then, we can talk about that particular issue that you have. Kasi pwede naman yun. Ibig sabihin, ni-recognize ko pa rin yung presence mo. Pero yung to stonewall is to really say
dismiss
and ignore
the presence
of the other.
Oo. What happens is you actively choose not to see the other person. We choose not to listen. We choose not to acknowledge that they exist. And the problem with stonewalling is it shuts your senses completely down when it comes to the other person.
So, pwedeng nasa isang lugar lang kayo, you're in the same room, you're there but you avoid eye contact. Why do you do that? Kasi in stonewalling and in most cases in our life with someone special or with someone that we love, that we ought to love, you realize that meron kang higher call to them despite what you're feeling. Di ka na mag-isa sa buhay There's someone na you committed your life to. Pero nandun yung selfish nature natin na ayokong ma-involve, ayokong mag-open up ng tama. I need to relax. Dami kong ginawa sa trabaho. Tapos,
can't I just focus on me first?
Focus on me? Ba't kailangan ko pang makinig sa concern niya? So basically, you don't want to meet their gaze. You don't want to meet how ayaw mo magkaroon ng eye contact kasi pag nagkaroon kayo ng eye contact,
ma-acknowledge mo.
Makukonsensya ka parang,
niya.
I don't love you like I should love you.
And this is something na siguro, as parents, Jeric and I have, siguro is a constant struggle as well. Kasi the children, for Joseph and for Zaylee, you will really see na pag naglalaro sila or they want to do something new, they will really ask for your attention. They will really ask na, Nanay, please look. Nanay, look. Look. I have something, ganyan. And when you stonewall them,
they can feel it.
They can sense it.
They're so sensitive at it. But since they're innocent, they call you out. You're not listening. Ganun sila. And they're not afraid. But then, as adults, we tend to just withdraw also. Ayaw natin sabihin sa nag-i-stonewall sa atin. Sa mga nag-i-stonewall naman, iniisip natin na, wait, wala naman akong ginawang masama. Hindi ko na siya pinansin. Hindi ko naman siya ini-intentionally saktan. Kasi meron din naman ako pinagdadaanan. Hindi ko naman siya sinigawan.
Can I not have my self-love and focus on me first?
Sabi nila, self-love daw. Lang, di ba? Yun daw, battle cry. I mean, but you're acting as if that other person in the room doesn't really matter. Again, balik tayo. Okay, fine, self-love and all of this. But then, for those who are listening, we are assuming that you are a follower of Christ. For the I mean, this is episode 134 already. So, I am assuming that you believe in Christ and that the least that we can do, like Christ did, for sure si Cristo, during his life, hindi naman automatic na feel niya at hindi siya pagod eh. Di ba? Sometimes nga he withdraws to pray
Exactly.
and to actually move out of the crowd. But then, the least we can do, what Christ showed us, is to at least acknowledge someone with how we look at them. You know, in Mark chapter 10 verse 21, ang ganda nung sinabi doon. A lot of people miss this. The beginning of that verse says, Jesus looked at him and loved him. By just looking at him, Jesus was loving that person already. One thing you lack, he said, go sell everything you have and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. Then come follow me.
Context, ito yung story of the rich man ata, if I'm not mistaken, who approached Jesus and asking,
What do I
need to do?
to
Or
inherit eternal life? Something like that,
Exactly.
yeah.
And what's beautiful here, it may be just a few words, but it says here that Jesus looked at him. And when Jesus met his gaze, he was able to see and acknowledge the real person, the real, the real question that this man had.
Yeah.
And be able to address that.
And even before giving him the answer,
Minahal mo na niya.
he
chose
looked at
to
him.
love.
He looked at that. He looked at that person. So the message here is often, most of the time, the way we look at someone is already a way to love them.
Which you can actually especially if you're married, you can sense You can sense pag iba ning tingin ng asawa mo.
Alam ni Apple, pag tumingin ako, tapos may balak ako. Yung tipong pag tinignan ko siya, pag tumingin ka, akin ka.
Ako, pag tumingin ako, alam mo na yung mga
alam ko na. Kailangan i-close ko na yung window. Dapat i-close ko na yung app. Matulog ka na.
Totoo. Very good. But you know what, mga langga, we as God's beloved, we're called to also share that gaze of Jesus with those around us.
Exactly.
We're called na through our gaze to be able to share and speak the words, even non-verbally, na I'm with you, I see you. Yung to reassure the one that you love is that na you don't just see them with your own eyes, you don't just love them with your own heart, but you are able to say through your gaze that I see you with the eyes of Christ and I want to love you with the heart of Christ.
Amen. So, mga langga, with these 4 horsemen, how do we bomb-proof our relationship? Pag dumating ka, okay, fine, na-recognize mo, parang toxic yung relationship namin, pero gusto ko pang i-work out because we haven't done everything that is humanly possible to make this relationship thrive. So, ano yung mga pwede natin gawin? So, eto nga yung golden ratio na sinasabi na for every one of the 4 horsemen, there are 5 words or actions that can be the opposite of that. That is the 5:1 ratio. Para slowly, one step at a time, one day at a time, address at makontra nyo yung 4 horsemen na yun.
So number 1, for
contempt,
for the horseman of contempt, where the core of it is disrespecting the other person, you battle against it by giving more respect, by honoring the other person, by recognizing the value and the worth of the person that you're speaking to or having a relationship with.
Exactly. So sa criticism naman, of course, you build up the other person by affirming them, by recognizing them, instead of just purely criticizing them to no end. Build them up, build them up.
It could be na baka
Speak
sabihin mo,
life to them.
It could be, maybe you can tell yourself na, maybe you can say na, kasi hindi po ako sanay magsalita ng mga ganyan. I'm not used to expressing words of affirmation. Then maybe one baby step to reach that is maybe instead of automatically yung i-criticize mo yung partner mo, better na wag mo na lang muna sabihin. Kung nakakasakit yung sasabihin mo, learn to have that, yung self-control. It could be a baby step before you're able to speak the words of life. Reduce yung mga words of death na sinasabi mo.
Words unsaid can be as effective as words said at a particular situation.
Choosing the time and the place.
Right time.
So number 3, for stonewalling, when ito yung sinasabi namin na you dismiss the other person's existence or dismiss the other person's value, you contradict it by meeting the other person where they are, by meeting their gaze, by, or maybe if it's, for example, children, you go down to their level, you speak to them at their age and don't bring them up and expect them to be able to converse with you.
Sorry. Actually, ganun ako minsan kay Joseph. Ine-expect ko na 40 years old na siya, pero 4-year-old lang pala siya. So, dapat i-remind ko. Dapat i-remind ko rin yung sarili ko na, yun nga yung tipong, bata yan, pinapatulan mo. Di ba ganun? Pero ganun din naman tayo sa ibang tao eh. Ibang tao yan, pinapatulan mo. Ibig sabihin, iba naman kayo ng takbo ng buhay eh.
True.
So, learn how to step back and evaluate and pray for it before you deal with the other person. Number 4 is, of course, opening up to receive questions and comments in a positive manner para naman sa horseman ng defensiveness. Learn how to open up to them instead of being defensive. So, again, if you're in a relationship where the 4 horsemen tend to show up, try putting all of this golden ratio into practice. So, again, a few tips para din natin mapa-enrich yung buhay ng ating relasyon. Siyempre, meron diyang may mga time dyan na pwede nating ibuhos. Merong mga different steps na pwede nating gawin. So, here are some things to keep in mind as we build healthy relationships.
So, number 1, time. Sabi daw nila that love is spelled as T-I-M-E. For a relationship to thrive, for a relationship to grow, time is essential. Why? Because whenever we rush something that is important, like a relationship, there are only some things kasi there are some things, the beauty, the real value of the worth of this relationship to you, this can only be revealed over time. Kasi there is a depth in things like a relationship that cannot be reached without the gift of time. We cannot force something to grow. We have to be able to go through the seasons up and down. It could be in the season in your life you are impatient and you can't wait for it to end and move on. But unless you're able to really journey with that particular season, hindi mo ma-appreciate yung value niya.
Exactly. So there are only certain things that only time can reveal, basically. So number 2 is, of course, treat your relationship according to the age of your relationship. Not where you like it to be. Sometimes we try to advance it.
Because we have so many relationship
or
goals.
Sometimes we get stuck on a certain age.
Exactly.
As if first year nyo palang magkasama.
Oo, pero 5 years na kayo magkasama. And you know what? Random, I was also listening to this podcast earlier by Dr. Edward Shi and his wife about having the most important conversation you will have in your relationship. And yun yung pinaka-importante. Minsan kasi we get so stuck in trying to recover the feelings, the emotions, the experiences we had when we first fell in love. But there is a beauty of enjoying the current season of where you are. Diba? There's nothing wrong with remembering it, but when we try to force it, for example, you
miss the point.
You miss the point, exactly.
So let your relationship be the actual age that it is.
Kung 6 months, 6 months.
Yeah, talk about it. You discern and take a step back. Reflect on your relationship.
Ponder. Diba?
Ponder. And number 3, of course, problem solving. Again, it's time. Treat your relationship according to the actual age of your relationship. And the last one is problem solving. Tanungin niyo yung sarili niyo, ano ba yung kailangan natin i-work out sa relationship natin? How can we make okay, fine, may 4 horsemen. So what do we tackle first? Anong kailangan natin gawin? Learning how to make these decisions together is very, very helpful for you to have a thriving and not a toxic relationship. So yun mga langga, very light episode for today, but very, very malaman. Actually, hindi naman to light kasi the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse to eh.
No.
Scareding
siya. From the book of Revelation pa.
Exactly. So, mga langga, if you have any doubts, if you see this as a sign in your relationship, better address it habang maliit pa. Don't let it take root in your relationship.
Yeah.
So yun mga langga, that's it for this episode. And I hope that if you found value in it, you can always email us. Please do email us at langaspix@gmail.com. And of course, we're so open to receiving a lot of caffeine through buymeacoffee.com/langga. That's buymeacoffee.com/LANGGA. We are really, really so happy that you are supporting us. Grabe guys. I mean, we cannot do this mission without your help. It's a free content. We want to make it as free as possible, but then again, it's not free to make. We pay Buzzsprout stuff. We pay the website to keep it up so that we can reach more people.
The editing software.
The editing software that we use.
And actual coffee.
Actual coffee to keep me up. After this episode, I have to edit it at 1:42 a.m. in the morning. So every single thing that you send, every single cup of coffee that you send through buymeacoffee.com/langga definitely helps us a lot. And there's so much ahead. This really affirms us as well to have this and to be able to do this on a regular basis, because we get to help other langga as well by giving them Saving Your Marriage Before It Starts. Some of them are asking for help monetarily, so this is really a very, 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 very big help sa amin, especially now na patapos na yung taon.
True.
We thank you for all of those who have supported this mission. We pray for you. We hope that God can repay your generous hearts. Maraming salamat mga langga. That's it. That's just what I wanted to say.
And on top of that as well, we would really love to hear from you. So do please check out yung mga socials namin. Reach out.
Please leave us a review at langgaspeaks.com/reviews.
Yeah. We would love to hear from you.
We'd love to hear from you so that other people, mga bagong langga, would discover also.
Or if you do know of someone who might be able to benefit from this episode, feel free to share.
Please, yes. If you can't send us any coffee, sharing this episode would do wonders. It's like the multiplication of bread and fish.
Grabe.
So please do. This is me, Jeric.
And this is Apple.
Always reminding you
na palangga ka sang Diyos.
See you next week.
Bye.
Hello? So, is it recording now when
It is recording.
when it's ready, okay?
It is ready.
When it's recording, okay?
It's already recording.
So, this is the making of the shadow. Shadow is right here. Completed one. The dinosaurs. We're gonna talk about dinosaurs. That bird. So dinosaurs. Within a long time ago, when the people were not there yet. Their instinct because of a giant meteor crash on in the land, and all of the animals are instinct. Then there's new animals, but some of them are dead. So we're gonna talk. So we're gonna talk about everything in the shore. He and the sow. My friend. So, Mr. M, goodbye. It's some more warm indigo. Roar. It's done. 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 It's done, Tatay. It's done. It's done.